So we have to talk about Ahmad Alissa. Now that is the person who is considered the suspect for that incident in Boulder, Colorado, that horrific incident that led to 10 people passing away, losing their life at his hands, at least, again, as a suspect. And I want to talk about this because I want to really cut down on what you're going to see. Last night on Fox News, when this was all going down, and it was going on live sort of during the primetime Fox News window, Tucker and Laura Ingraham and all these types, and they ignored it. They ignored what was happening in Boulder because, in general, the types of people who do these things are white guys. What happened in Atlanta last week? White guy. What often happens at these sort of events of mass suffering? White guys. And so, Fox News did not want to cover a story where a man with arms was using those arms, was using an AR-15 or whatever, to take people out for whatever reason, because it's bad for, the Second Amendment lobby, and it's bad for the narrative that, white people are the victims in America. And I guarantee you, I absolutely guarantee you that now that the person who is the suspect in all this is a person with a stereotypical Arab or Muslim name, just really a non-white name, but in particular Middle Eastern, this will be front page news in right-wing media. You're going to see it flip like a light switch. And look, I'm not going to deny that there were a lot of liberals, like a lot of MSNBC, CNN types, that instantly jumped to the conclusion that this was similar to what happened in Atlanta, and the person who did something in Atlanta, it was going to be the same sort of guy. A lot of people jumped to that conclusion. A lot of people did. Maybe too many people. And some of those people, I bet you, they might be hypocritical and they're going to cover it less. But it won't disappear like it's going to suddenly appear on Fox News and in other conservative outlets. Because they want you to think that the left is going to stop covering this because it's not convenient to a narrative of like racial justice or racial injustice. When that's not true, because the main story here is still ultimately that the availability of things like the AR, it's too high in a country like the United States. The Second Amendment is defined and defended too broadly. And maybe that's an unpopular opinion, but I think that fundamentally, whatever the race of this person, whatever the religion of this person, whatever the ethnicity or mother tongue of this person, or whether they're an immigrant or a native-born citizen or not, whatever, the fundamental issue is that in the United States, unlike in any other developed country, this happens like every goddamn week. And that's the story here. So don't let right-wingers who were going to ignore this now make it front page news and forget about what the real story here, that regardless of race, regardless of ethnicity, the United States has a culture of violence that must be snuffed out if it's going to become a better society.